इस ध्वनि का उपयोग करने पर आपको यह त्रुटि संदेश मिलता है। अगर आपको विश्वास नहीं है तो इस ध्वनि पर क्लिक करें और इसके साथ
ये चीज हर किसी
Era bosta e tu não queria me pegar. Não vai girar e ela vai voltar.
No way he just did Michael Jackson's hardest move in public in front of college students.
Told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And mother always told me, be careful who you love. And be careful what you do. Cause the love becomes the truth. The feeling changes, like my love.
No way he just did Michael Jackson's hardest move in public in
I made this Sekai game using only
I lost my
No soy un juguete, que usa cuando quiere.
Ranking the most relatable internet moments. The 20-year-old box getting ready to store the Christmas tree.
Indian student versus American student. Who has the tougher climb? Both start at 18. The Indian student wakes up before sunrise, studies through school and coaching, then keeps going late into the night. The paper shows Indian JEE NEET aspirants often study 10 to 16 hours a day, sleep only 4 to 6 hours, and live under heavy exam pressure. Weekends don't really feel like weekends either. They often turn into mock tests and extra study. The American student lives a different kind of grind. The paper shows a school day built around 7 to 8 hours of classes, homework, sports, clubs, and sometimes a part-time job, with about 8 hours of sleep and a few hours of leisure. The pressure is spread across grades, tests, and extracurriculars instead of one massive exam. Age 24, India becomes a brutal gatekeeper game. Around 1.4 to 1.6 million students take JEE Main each year for roughly 58,000 seats, so the admission rate is only about 4%. In the US, college admissions are broader. GPA, SAT or ACT, essays, and extracurriculars all matter, and student-athletes often show stronger academic outcomes. Age 30, one path wins through extreme discipline and sacrifice. The other wins through balance and a stronger all-round profile. Both carry stress. Both carry pressure.
Guys, the official One Piece mobile game is giving away 1,688 free draws if you log in off this video. And not just that, you're getting a 100% guarantee for a free SSR.
These are two of the rarest blocks in Minecraft, generating right next to each other naturally, so I was wondering, what's the rarest block combo that can...
Guys, the official One Piece mobile game is giving away 1,688 free draws if you log in off this video. And not just that,
These are two of the rarest blocks in Minecraft, generating right next to each other naturally, so I was wondering, what's the rarest block combo that can touch? There's rare blocks like the Trapped Chest and Diamond Block in Woodland Mansions, but these always generate around the same things. And since most rare structures can't overlap, I determined it'd probably be a structure in a place it shouldn't be. Cave villages. If a village happens to generate next to a massive hole, it just goes inside to the bottom. So what if a meadow village did this and spawned touching deep slate emerald ore? And after analyzing village houses, I am once again challenging seed finders. Find a cauldron that naturally generates on top of deep slate emerald ore. There's no way, right? These are two.
What does a 5-year-old like more? $1 pasta or $5,000 pasta? For the $1, of course, went with Kraft mac and cheese. When I was a 5-year-old, this is what I considered a 5-star meal. For the $5,000 version, started with a whole parm wheel and a live king crab. It felt a lot heavier than normal, and when I finally got it open, I couldn't believe my eyes.
They're twins.
For the pasta, I threw in a bunch of fresh black truffle with an elbow for good measure into the pasta maker for the perfect pieces of macaroni. Then I put down the king crab before steaming. For a limited time, Max Jerky is 40% off. Take advantage now for our massive back-to-school sale on the world's best tasting jerky. Broke down the crab to reveal sweet hunks of meat. Crab cap on, moving on. For the cheese sauce, I added a bunch of fancy cheeses, fresh truffles, and assemble in that parm wheel. Can't forget the caviar, and it's finally time for the experts to weigh in. What is your name?
Ari.
How old are you?
5.
Number 1.
I think I like it.
Number 2.
I guess I like it.
Which one was your favorite?
Number 2.
Number 2! What does a 5-year-old like more? $1 pasta?
aquela garota, agora ela quer me dar. Hoje a vida mudou. E hoje eu não quero mais pegar você. Sabe por quê? Porque sabe, eu vou pegar.
He asked his mom what sound a dinosaur makes, then took the sound she made and added it to a real dinosaur video.
What sound does a dinosaur make?
Really?
What sound does a dinosaur make?
I don't know. Rah? Rah?
This one is way too close.
Avery, what sound does a dinosaur make?
Well, I've seen this.
Nobody outs behavioral Frankenstein. Just look at Victor in LA and sit with the Y at U of A and all the majors at the labels. Reboot as soon as I am able. Nobody outs behavioral Frankenstein. Just look at Victor in LA and sit with the Y at U of A and all the majors at the labels. Reboot as soon as I am able.
I load fast! I load faster! I am speed! I've got 30 pages open! Well, I've got 40! Amateurs! 50 pages! Yo, this guy's starting to creep me out! I have open! I load fast!
Face from mess.
I am. A, beach. I am a beach. I am a...
What if you built an Ender Pearl stasis chamber, but you have no friends to activate it whenever you're in trouble? And using a daylight sensor is honestly one of the worst ideas possible, because sometimes you find something really valuable, and without realizing it's already nighttime. Right when you're about to grab, you suddenly get teleported away and have no idea where you were. So instead, you should make your stasis chamber 2 blocks wide, but with soul sand under only one side. Soul sand creates bubbles that launch things upward really quickly. Then place an armor stand next to the side with the soul sand and equip it with Frostwalker boots so the water freezes into ice. And once the ice slowly melts back into water, you can throw your Ender Pearl in. Just make sure to throw it right between the 2 blocks so it stays suspended. Now you can go on your adventure, and it doesn't matter how far away you are. And if you're about to die, all you have to do is log out and back in a few times. This causes the ice to update again, which eventually activates the stasis chamber and teleports you all the way back. What if you
Gucci, Prada, Louis, на мне Fenty. Gucci, Prada, Louis.
Remember when this England fan almost started World War III?
2 World Wars and 1 World Cup, England.
we met before?
の前好きなの野菜ジュース私が決めた今決めただからなんで私の野菜ジュース
Reboot as soon as I am able. Every other day I'm wondering what's a human being.
How much?
Wait, first stop.
How much?
$1,000.
Fine.
Idiot. 2,000.
Fine.
No, 10. How much should I ask for?
I'll get you 5,000 in cash today. Or you can try to avoid those men on your own.
$100,000.
What does she want?
$100,000 to Miss Keene. Do I hear one?
$100,001.
Actually, Mr. Wade, the bidding amounts are in $1,000.
$200,000.
Fine, we have $200,000.
$200,00001.
$500,000. Now back off, you old brat.
Wow, Miss Keene. It's a lot of money. For someone like you. $2 million!
Sold to Mr. Bruce Wayne.
How much? How much?
These are the 5 weirdest laws in ancient China. First, if you were short, you literally couldn't be found guilty of a crime. Since they didn't keep track of birth records, ancient Chinese courts used height instead of age to determine whether someone was an adult. This meant a tall 10-year-old could be punished as an adult, while a much older but shorter criminal might not. Next, wearing the wrong color could get you locked up, as certain colors like yellow were only meant for the emperor. But even weirder, in some periods of ancient China, tears were seen as a sign of weakness. If an adult male was caught openly crying, his beard and eyebrows would be shaved off as punishment. But that's not all, because if you owned too many horses, they were taken away from you. Horses were seen as military assets, and the government worried wealthy people might be building private armies. But the weirdest part of all, if an examinee's handwriting was bad, they were forced to drink 200 milliliters of ink. These are the 5
Every morning, the school gates were open. Everybody was curious. Every night, they were locked. One night, Liam hid nearby the school. At midnight, the gates slowly opened automatically.
Life could be a dream. Life could be.
ट्रैप डाल रही है बुड्ढी।
पता है
हाँ, ट्रैप नहीं डालते। अरे
पता है समुद्र का पानी
You might think building a base using trees as walls, adding log walls, and placing storage units for defense is already the safest setup in 99 Nights in the Forest, since enemies, even boss monsters, can't reach you no matter how many days you survive. But what if I told you there's a hidden trick that lets you survive even longer, even when your campfire runs out of fuel? Before I tell you, which fuel do you think is the best to survive 1,000 days? The log? Just ignore. The coal? Leave a like. The biofuel? Comment a heart. The fuel canister? Hit the subscribe button, the wooden chair, share this video, the unlimited oil barrel, do everything. Now first, find one of these sheds or any building with no open entries. Stand in front of the door, type /edance2 while looking to the side. Then enable your shift lock to slip inside. This lets you avoid the deer and survive the entire night. You might think,
What's the dog doing?